Welcome. We're really happy tonight to share my new book, which is called Ripe Time. Ruth is going to show us the picture of it. Tonight we have a wonderful group of people who have joined together to hear a few poems from the book. And I also asked my friend Mark Malachi, who's a fantastic singer and songwriter, to do some of his songs solo, so we can go back and forth with a few poems and then a song and a few poems and then a song. I wanted to just mention that this book is a long time coming. Ruthie's going to show us the picture of it eventually. There it is. There it is. I guess it ties into my path with Baba, that I really started writing some of these poems once I started to recognize that Baba was really there for me and that he was my master. And so there'd be a poem here or a poem there that I was very inspired to write, but I never thought about it as a collection. And then that was about 1990. And then in 1993, I said, oh, there's a lot of poems here. So I put them into a binder and took them to India when I went to India to see. And Baba's sister was still alive then. And I brought it to her and I said, what do you think? Should I publish this? And she said, well, let me read it. It was kind of thick. It was a lot more poems than I have in this book. And it was like, maybe I really just gave her this thing thinking she would say, riffle through it. And, so she took it and I didn't hear from her the whole trip. And then come the end of the trip, Erich, who was Baba's closest male disciple, I would say, came up to me and said, oh yeah, really nice poetry, Gabriella. And then Balnatu, who is another of Baba's disciple, came over and said, oh, beautiful, beautiful poetry. And Mani had passed it around to everybody. And it was just, and being new to Baba, I didn't realize that is how Baba does it. He does it in such a loving and a homey way and thorough, And so in the end, Mani says, of course you should publish this. So that was 1993. This is 2023. How many years later is that? 30. Where's our math? None of us have calculators. We can't do math anymore. I think it's 30 years. Exactly. So 30 years later, I finally did it. So I feel Mani's, and all the Mandali's support around this. And in the book, there's a section that's got a lot of poetry about the Mandali actually in it. So I want to thank some people that helped me put this together. Brian Darnell, who's the first editor in the book, a wonderful poet. Grateful to have him in my life. And then Elizabeth Earle, who's in the room here and was my second editor. And she did a lot of the detail work with me. It was really phenomenal. And also Charlie Mills, who did this beautiful painting that's on the cover. So there's many other people, but those three really stand out. And my family, always my friends, and too many to mention, but those people I really wanted to bring out. So I'd like to start with reading a few poems from the book.
Would you bring up a speaker view?
Yeah, I'll try. Alrighty.
You want speaker view?
I got it. Well, I got it on this one. Okay, thanks.
We may need to pen this computer, this image. If okay.
And I also want to just thank, besides Mark, that Carol Verner has been a tech wizard helping us pass. She's the one that's going to be passing back and forth the computer. And also Ruthie, thank you so much for all the work you put into the pictures that you're going to see tonight, and just being such a wonderful, supportive friend. Okay. So this first poem is about poetry. It's called Host. This writing is my forgiveness from the Lord. I feel his face surrounding me with reason. I would question my excuse for life. Did not the words boil forth sometimes from excess of sweet, rare pulsation? Always and only when the gift of his poetry caresses me, do I know and feel my value and the beloved's deep value of me. I feel one with the beloved in such twining highway, as words do not ask to be written, but come full formed without benefit of doorbell's ring, straight to the heart of the house, into the halls of light. No guest, but indeed the host of the very mansion. Ripe time. You are right here, trembling behind my eyes, tears which have not opened to sky. The moon in my heart gasps, missing your touch. A wasp clings to the feathery web of my hope. She stings me several times, but I cannot let go. Whenever you laugh, wherever you are, I know a ripple of ripe time. Moon beats. My soul endures a magnificent longing. Hafiz, rendered by Daniel Ladinsky. My soul endures a magnificent longing. I woke in the night sitting up like a bird impaled on a spear. My heart was dripping diamonds. I don't know how long I was there. The pearls of pleasure stood on my lips as I dreamed songs derived from the path of pain. The bird sat for hours, and the night flew about him, flew for him, while his wings, shorn and still, lay whitely by. In such still horizon, the moon beats. Like the heart of fire, lifts the knife of longing to it and cries, die! You, my king, visited me, and as I could not stand, I sat in my unawakening for honor, but mostly for your embrace.
Let me be an instrument playing songs of peace. Let me
Mark, put your
be
original sound on.
gentle, and your love will never cease. With open arms I receive you, oh divine energy. I here and now commit myself to the love that sets me free.
We need original sound.
Give us a Baba picture.
Yeah, we can do it. Right?
Gabriella says we'll just do it.
It's very fun. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was my mistake. They couldn't hear it well on my Zoom because it needs something called original sound for musicians.
Let me be an instrument playing songs of peace. Let me be a channel, and your love will never cease. With open arms I receive you, oh divine energy. I here and now commit myself to the love that sets me free. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Where there is injury, allow me to pardon. Where there is sorrow, let me sow joy. Let me be an instrument playing songs of peace. Let me be a channel, and your love will never cease. With open arms I receive you, oh divine energy. I here and now commit myself to the love that sets me free. Grant that I may not so much seek to be loved as to love. Grant that I may not seek to be understood as to understand. It's in the giving that we receive, and in the pardoning that we are pardoned, and in the dying we are reborn. Let me be an instrument playing songs of peace. Let me be a channel, and your love will never cease. With open arms I receive you, oh divine energy. I here and now commit myself. I here and now commit myself. I here and now commit myself to the love that sets me free. Free.
At the edge. We drove down to the beach, to where the sand began. I stood at the edge before the bridge. My brother crossed to the sea. Like Moses, so often I come to the end of the desert. The promised land is around the bend, but the promised land isn't wheelchair accessible. It's a day blessed in sweetness and sun. The air is clean and deeply sung. My hair in sunlight webs is spun. I sit for a while, watching light on leaves and land. I really don't mind this sitting at the edge of things. This is not the hardest part. Sometimes I feel this is his gift. Indeed, sitting here, more and more happens. Leaves rustle, two paired birds glide by, sea oats sway, sunlight gems my eyes, a tree hangs across my vision, grass waves wildly, insects cluster, wind breathes me, ecstatic stillness seizes me. No, I love these edges. It's only an idea, this ocean. Reality is just where I am. Under the radar. Your grace is there all the time. I've turned from it, ducked from its drenchings when my unworthy feelings win. But sometimes you get in under the radar. And I don't have time to knock out your beauty before it knocks me out. And I'm on the floor panting from the shock of your glory. You meet me in the mud, the cement tombstones, the pear flower air, the exhaustion supreme. You meet me wherever I let you. And even when I think I don't, you are there too. The peace of my land. A jubilation of silent silver waves through me like musk. Unpredictable this joy with no name. It entered my body like a bridegroom with gentle voice and strong but soft waiting hands. Kissed beyond time, I venture now into plains of green land, where squares of beauty lie side by side, each a patch and the recreation of the desert, filled and redeemed for farming. Likewise, My heart is reclaimed, seeded and nurtured as gifts are given in large generosity, like sheaves of wheat stacked, even a storehouse for the lean years before me, filled to bursting, like the tears of happiness burst from my breast. The peace of my land has come home to me again.
I think original sound is off again. Can't hear the full piano.
Slipped. Might have got touched. See, it's right up here, so it's off again.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I will return to you. I will return back to the source of love, back to my dream of passion, back to my heart, where freedom rests so quietly. I will return to you. I will return back to the source of love, back to my dream of passion, back to my heart, where freedom rests so quietly. I will return to you. I will return back to the source of love, back to my dream of passion, back to my heart, where freedom rests so quietly. I will return to you. I will return back to the source of love, back to my dream of passion, back to my heart, where freedom rests so quietly.
So many battles. Fear grabbed me with her fist and squeezed. I gulped and forgot most of what I knew of the martial arts of mental agony. But being an illusion, there was time, and the red of the devil glow left a hue of blue behind. Quickly, I made up my mind and folded into a prism, waiting for the sun to wash me away. Baba, your name has held me away from fear, but now your name thrust me into it, like a father saying, you can ride the bike, now do it. I knew you were behind me, but I didn't turn to look. Lying in my stillness was consoling. I have fought so many battles that were not even there. Contentment. Tonight, I read the Book of Night, as I have often done before, but it read differently now. I felt it with my body. Oh, not this body, but a body beyond. How can one describe contentment? A raindrop on a leaf? Thunder speaking from the horizon? Deer hooves on the soft forest floor, caressing earth with a thumping sound. This too, but these barely touch it. Contentment is in the heart which has ached to be open, now aches in the opening. But the ache widens my breath and smiles my eyes. The softness and depth of my strength have grown. Could I have asked for this? The avatar has come. There was a whisper over water. Water ruffled like feathers in grand excitement. The avatar has come. The avatar has come. Leaves caught on the wind, cracked and aged, lifted off now with new little feet calling like chicks. The avatar has come. The avatar has come. Under the ground, the lava prepared its case. Pure molten excess about to galvanize a mountain. But then came the whisper deep in the trickle of a mountain stream, muted for its underground passage. The avatar has come. The avatar has come. Cool winds softened temptation. Rich fulfillment soaked into the earth's deprivation. A stillness rose and fell like night, and through the rosebud's mouth a thunderous silence came as white horse hooves were heard.
I was running away from the dark of my soul, masking my sorrow, patching the hole. Now I can see in the pools of your eyes reflections of my clever disguise. You blow me away. How your love is so deep. It loosens the binds of the secrets I keep. Love knows no limit. It blows with the breeze. Your truth courses through me like wind through the trees. The depth of your gaze pierced through my shell into the core of my every cell. It awakened the truth that my love had been reigned. This was the cause of my sorrow and pain. You blow me away. How your love is so deep. It loosens the binds of the secrets I keep. Love knows no limit. It blows with the breeze. Your truth courses through me like wind through the trees. The freedom of flight is the gift of the birds who rely on the wind like a poet on words. The freedom of love is your gift to me. I only pray I can return it as free. You blow me away. How your love is so deep. It loosens the binds of the secrets I keep. Love knows no limit, it blows with the breeze. Your truth courses through me like wind through the trees, through the trees.
Secret code. Oh yeah, these will be the last three poems that I'll read tonight. And after Mark does his last song, if we're not dancing, I think we should have a moment of silence.
And if we are dancing.
Even if we are dancing. Thank you all for being here, both on screen, in the room. I think it went magnificently, more than I've never done a hybrid thing like this. It's just so new. We're in a new time. So here we are. Thank you all again. Thank you, Mark. Secret code. Love has a secret code in my blood, clustering nerves together like a barbershop quartet on a street corner. Perfect harmony into my soul. Love unleashes life in my temples and rests my roving, grief-stricken gaze. In all the wild careening I have done the last while, I had not realized that all I needed was the catastrophe of your joy. So quickly, it demolished my empty travel. Your kiss is still new, so I will not leap, but I dare say you laid the blanket upon me, and finally I could sleep. So book is called Poems of Awakening. So, I feel that as I read these. These were really my early feelings, But there's new ones coming out, so just wait. I've been writing a lot lately. Okay, this is called The Small Things. It's one of Elizabeth's favorites. Great swathes of sand, soaked with ocean love, retract and grow by turn. As lace-like waves groan over and over themselves, writing the weather of time in grand patterns on the land. Such messages in archives, impermanent as we, yet known only by you eternally. My Lord, I wonder, as the ancient waves roll over in my heart, if you know too the details of my life, the tiny, graceful lacing on my soul, the knit one, pearl two moments, the flecks of change my temperament reveals, my temperature adjusting by degree. Did you notice the times I bit my tongue and speech did not hasten down the gangplank of my throat to hurt another soul carelessly? Did you see the moment I had more strength this time to adapt my mood to cheer, and a smile could appear for a face I found hard to love? And the moments I fail in these things. Yes, these too. Some speak of spiritual progress on the path. But since I am with you, all I have are these minute by minute, indeterminate weather reports. Still, I feel you surging in me all night long, and I hear you singing in the morning. I notice you in my in-breath and rest on you on my out-breath. I abide in you like a nest in winter, amid the wild and angry shrieks of sky. You, my Lord, kiss me with angel finesse, while I cry for lack of kissing. You stay near me with infinite calm, while I bewail being abandoned by a human form. Sometimes I wake up, like this moment, and I feel you push my pen. I feel you digest my food. I feel you as the strength within my food and the inspiration of my pen. At these moments, I know you are also there in the small things, perhaps especially then. The golden bird. A quilted airiness completes me today. A golden bird sits on the edge of the sanctuary. My heart is ready to leap in one bound into the waiting arms of eternity. And the golden bird is ready to sing as for 1,000 weddings. Jai Baba.
Mother, I feel you holding me. I feel your love for me, caressing me inside. Father, I know you're guiding me. I know you're teaching me, leading me back home. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light. Blessed by the light. Brother, you are reflecting me. You are allowing me the chance to see myself. Sister, you are supporting me. You are uplifting me, affirming me as one with you. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light. Blessed by the light. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light of the infinite one. Blessed by the light of the infinite one. We are blessed by the light. Blessed by the light. We are
And on the screen for those watching, after a little while, if you're interested in getting Mark's music or my book, it will tell you how you can do it. Ruth is going to put up a screen, but first, we're going to be blessed by the light and silence for a minute. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Hey, Baba.
They might have questions or something after, but and there it is. We thought maybe we'd turn off the recording, and then if they have any questions or comments, and you too, if anything you want to say, then we'll have a minute before we leave for the whole gang. We're just, well, I think.
Bravo.
Fantastic. Just beautiful.
So, yeah, we can end the recording now, and then if people still want to have any questions or comments, they can make now after the recording.